Elgin Sports Community Trust exists to provide better social and health opportunities for the community by providing better sports facilities. Our first project has been the building of this sports facility here at Lesser Briggs, which we've named the Gleaner Arena, which is a safe and clean area where kids and any members of the community, and we very much couch it in terms of all ages, all genders and all abilities, can come and enjoy a safe playing area. We look to employ and give opportunities to as many youngsters as possible, recognising that that's where the enthusiasm, but more importantly that's where the future of our trust is going to go. So the opportunity to employ young people to run the facility has been fantastic and really well helped by various organisations, not least DYW, who have put us in touch and given us the publicity, if you like, to those young people, encourage them to come forward and ask if there are any chances for them to get involved, and there are lots.
So my name is Ben Morris and I'm the manager here at the Gleaner Arena, part of Elgin Sports Community Trust. So being the manager here, I sort of oversee the whole facility, so I work alongside 2 other employees as well as the chairman and the trustees. I think it's a very varied role, and it's never the same. Each day is very different, so you've got different bookings on different days, and we've got our leagues that run on a sort of Wednesday and a Sunday, and so they're not every night, whereas you've got Elgin City that come across and use it on a Tuesday, Thursday, so it's very different. Every day is very different, which is quite exciting, and it's no 2 days are the same. Finished university end of last year and came back up home to the north of Scotland, and found myself, it was in the middle of the pandemic, so was struggling for work, and ended up getting a job as a part-time sales assistant at JD Sports, and it wasn't something I was particularly passionate about because I'm a sports person myself, so I like being active, I like being part of sport in any shape or form, and had a conversation with Dave, who explained that this place was going to be up and running soon and would I be interested in taking on the role as manager, and I took it with both hands because I know the positive benefits it can have to the community, and being part of that to help it grow from the start would be something that I couldn't turn down.
Our first 2 employees are Ben and Sarah. Ben, who's the manager, and Sarah, who's the assistant manageress. They fitted into the Murray Employers Recruitment Initiative, the MERRY scheme, by ticking a couple of the boxes there that were underemployed and looking for other opportunities, and so they're fantastic young people, and they probably hadn't had the chance yet to demonstrate what they can do. As well as those 2, we've got Tyler that has just started as well, and we are bringing on another member of the team through the Kickstart scheme as well.
I'm Tyler Harrison and I'm an employee at Elgin Sports Community Trust. I'm just basically here overseeing and making sure everyone is enjoying themselves, making sure nobody's getting hurt and everyone's paying for the time that they're here, and then making sure that everything's tidied up after the piers that are on.
I think the thing that surprised me most about the young people is that they don't know how talented they are, and they don't know how capable they are. I think a lot of the young people aren't necessarily given that chance to either show off their skills or actually try something that has always been an adult or someone else that has done that. So when you create a space where they can be trusted to work in a fairly risk-free environment, that's really given them opportunities to grow and to develop as young people. One of my favourite stories about since opening the Gleaner Arena has been Tyler, who came to me one day completely out of the blue and asked if he could volunteer. Now, Tyler was unemployed, but he'd recognised actually that to bolster his chances of employment, it would be a good thing if he had some voluntary work on his CV. Now, that started off as me saying to Tyler, okay, if you turn up at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll give you a chance. He was there at 8:30 waiting for me to open the gates, and hasn't looked back. He's got a fantastic attitude to work. There isn't anything that he won't do in terms of making the place as successful as it can be.
It just started from coming down here and having a kickabout with my friends, myself, and then because I seen that they were looking for volunteers, I went up and spoke to Dave, and he was really supportive of the fact that I've got epilepsy, and he gave me the chance to come down and work and keep myself busy whilst I wasn't working myself. So because Dave's given me that chance, I've put the hours in, I've put the work in, and Dave managed to get funding from Kickstart to get me a full-time job at Elgin Sports Community Trust.
He's now properly employed, working as a fully fledged member of the Elgin Sports Community Trust, and I'm really hoping that Tyler will be the sort of success story that he deserves to be. We'll help him develop his CV, we'll help him with those additional skills that he's looking to develop. He's blossoming in terms of communicating with people and understanding what it takes to just be the face of the Elgin Sports Community Trust. So I expect really big things from Tyler in the future. Having young people as the face of the Gleaner Arena is important because the majority of people that use this place are young people, and we want them to be able to relate to the welcoming side of the facility, as opposed to having some crusty old so-and-so that's chasing them off and shouting at them for swinging on the goalposts. This has been built for the community, but it's been built for the future of the community as well, and those people represent really the future of the community. Employing young people works in a number of ways for us, not least that there are funding opportunities for us to make it affordable to employ young people. We're just starting out, and so I don't have a big pot of cash where I can pay big bucks to professionals who are used to managing facilities like this. So with the help of the Merry Scheme and Kickstart and other systems like that, I'm able to offer a decent wage to young people who wouldn't necessarily have had the opportunity to demonstrate the skills that they might not have even realised that they've got. So by mentoring them correctly, but also giving them enough leeway to demonstrate that they have got what it takes, we're in a sort of win-win situation where we've got a workforce now that we can afford to employ, but we've got a workforce as well that is learning what it takes to run something like that. And being young people, they also are very likely to tell their friends, get their friends involved. And we're not expecting to necessarily hold on to the same young people for a long time. What we're hoping is that we get almost a conveyor belt, if you like, of the young people coming through, getting experience here, and then going on to further their careers, better their careers, go on to move on to whatever they're hoping to do to make a career. But this is a fantastic stepping stone for them. This isn't the end of the journey for the Elgin Sports Community Trust. We've set up as a bona fide charity, not just to build the Gleaner Arena, but also to improve other areas as well. We've started in Elgin, but we're focused around the whole of Murray. And what we'd like to do is take the lessons that we've learned from building this facility to other areas within the wider community and help them help themselves. It's quite a daunting proposition when you're faced with all of the bureaucracy that lies in front of either trying to get some land or building a facility like this, but we've been through it once and we want to be able to take those lessons to other communities to help them do that. Now, the next project I'm really hoping will be outside of Elgin and take us into those areas that also need a facility like you see here. Advice that I'd give to school leavers is probably going to be around believe in yourself. You might not come away with the qualifications that you were hoping for. I certainly didn't when I left school. I left school with someone else's coat and a black eye. But found myself given the chance, thanks to putting out a CV, but also getting in front of people and talking to them. So if you can communicate, either verbally or written, but particularly verbally, then you're in with a really good chance. So if you can be as presentable as possible, as articulate as possible, but show the passion that you really do, understand the job that you are applying for, then the world's your oyster, really. And volunteer for stuff, because you get fantastic experience and opportunities and stuff that you didn't even realise existed out there by going and giving your time. That's the most precious thing you can give to anyone, really, is your time, and by volunteering, that shows really what you're made of.
From my point of view, I'd say take out any opportunity that you can and give it everything you can. There's no route, there's no set route in life, and you've just got to take everything as it comes. In terms of what's out there, there's going to be plenty of challenges, and embrace those challenges, because you're going to learn from them, and it's going to make yourself personally better, but also professionally better. And yeah, enjoy the route.
Stay strong and keep fighting. I've had to go through it myself, and it is tough, but if you stay strong, then it'll come eventually.